Dishonored 2 came out a little over 5 years ago, and as we all know in gamer time, that is practically ancient history. I saw, I gamed, but there is one thing I want to say about this game. It not being one of my favorite games of all time. I'm sure if you played this game you are worried when I say that, but have no fear, I love the Dishonored series. They are such great games, I mean they are so unequal, there is nothing like them. Dishonored 1. Beautiful masterpiece, Dishonored 2. Beautiful masterpiece fuller, they are so good, and I said, hey, what a beautiful day to talk about Dishonored 2. Since Deathloop is coming out right around the corner, which is made by the same developer Arkham Studios. I'm gonna quickly go over the story of this game. It is not groundbreaking, but it is decent enough, and it is not really the main thing I wanna talk about in this video. So here it goes. You lose the throne to your long-lost Horde Goth, take it back. The Outsider also gives you powers to help you out, okay? Now we can talk about what makes this game really shine. The ability to play how you want, the choices you can make in this game are not so straightforward. You are going to be choosing what powers to use, how to progress the amazing levels, and how you take out the enemies. You get different powers depending on who you play as Emily or Corvo. If you beat the game you can go around through with both powers, but each character is equally enjoyable and they both have some pretty strong powers. We got Blink, we got Far Reach, we got Dark Vision, we got Presaging, Domino, Shadow Walk, the World Changer, Mesmerized, Air Bending, Red Bending, and Time Bending. You can do so many things with these abilities. One of my favorites is you got Emily's Domino ability. You link some bad guys together, you knock out one, they are all done for it. You can combo this with Emily's Shadow Clone, you link it to yourself, you choke yourself out. The bad guys are choked out, you did not even touch him, you touch yourself, finding a cool combination, and use of powers is pretty nifty. And really nails the feeling of having these powers of a white assassin. You are gonna start the game with very little powers, however, and as you go through the game you are gonna find upgrades for them. And oh my gosh, this thing gets so much stronger. I mean, slow time is pretty good by itself, but if you upgrade it becomes stop time. It's one of the strongest abilities in the game, and so many other abilities get instantly strong as well. By the end of the game, if you have been upgrading yourself, you are going to be taking one people left and right. No sweet, and it makes you feel like a good gamer. You also get a couple gadgets. You got your crossbow, which uses different types of darts. You got your sleep dart, you got your kill dart, you got your incendiary dart, and a couple other, and then you got classics such as gun, engine, and grenade. Sticky grenade, you got some mines here and there, all great stuff to work with your mate. Be thinking all these powers, you are like, whoa, this game really wants you to do stealth, but that is wrong, you guys. I play stealth in my playthroughs, that is just the way I am, but when my friend plays, he is just running around, stabbing away everyone, shooting civilians in the face, breaking every glass bottle he can find, and there is just nothing wrong about that. Either you play how you want to play, whatever is the most fun for you, you cannot be wrong, and each playstyle is super rewarding in its own way. Stealth, you get the satisfaction of not alerting anyone and making your way through the map silently, and if you are going all out combat, the sword fighting in this game is actually really well done. The kill animation are really over the top and brutal, and just really sick to see getting a really good parry someone and then just slicing the head off. I mean, it never gets old. There is also a little recap screen at the end of every mission that shows your performance, what you collected, and any special actions you took. Like I said before, this game is about taking back the throne and getting your honor back, but it is also a story about revenge, and the plays heavily with how you can take off these targets. I cannot remember the same. Revenge is the dish, best served whatever hot cold, but this time we are serving it spicy. You can kill the targets if you want, that's all fine and dandy, but the game gives you the option to really put these targets through their own personal health. My favorite example of this is when dealing with Duke of Zirconos. He has a body double that you can talk to set up a betrayal. You can make people think that the body double is the real Duke, and that the real Duke is the body double, and then the real Duke will be like, hey, dude, I'm the real dude, he is the body double. But nobody will believe him and he will go to an insane asylum. And I know you are thinking that was a great impression, thank you very much. Okay, all this cool gameplay, all these neat little powers. I'm angels without the playground to use them, and boy, oh boy, does this game have like the best playground around. And I'm not even gonna call it a playground, it is more like you are just running around in the woods behind your house and having just a great time using your imagination and discovering everything there is. And just like the gameplay, the amount of choices with how you traverse the map is simply outstanding. It is not overwhelming, it is just the right amount. And what I mean by this is that there is a lot of ways to get from point A to point B. Even on the way you might end up going to point C, you don't even know it. You can go high and jump from building to building, you can go low, take it through the streets, go midway, go through the buildings, find some secret basements, even swim in the ocean if you want to. I have played this game like 3 times and I'm still discovering new ways to get through these maps. They also give you the perfect tools to be mobile through the use of Corvus, Blank and Emily's 4. Each of these things are snappy. They are fun, they are quick, I feel like a ninja when I'm using them. These levels are open but not empty every inch of the map. It is filled with something mindful that you are going to discover and explore. You are going to be finding tons of lore, books, some secret pathways, some things that are able to tell you a story without even saying anything. At all, Karnaca, which is a setting for this game, is alive. Things are happening, NPCs are having conversation with each other guards. Talk aloud themselves, their stories going on behind the scenes. You can find some robbers trying to blow their way into a shop using well oil, or maybe you have some civilians being harassed by some guards that you can save. There is even little shops and some of these levels where you can buy upgrades and supplies. The morality system of this game, which is influenced by your decision to be high kill or no kill, is going to affect the world around as you. Well, if you call in a bunch of people, there is going to be a darker ending, there is going to be more blood, flies and rats around the streets. And if you don't kill anyone, Karnaca is going to be a much more pleasant place and you get a nice little ending. Let's take a moment now to delve into some of these levels and talk about what makes him so unequal missions for. The Clockwork Mansion, you install a mission created by the greatest inventor and most evilest, Dude Kieran Jindash. The unequal element to this level is that the rooms are going to be mechanically altered and new pathways are going to be opened up by doing this, and new enemies are going to be velvet as well. It puts you in a really cool mechanical maze where you are going to be shifting the rooms around to solve puzzles and work your way to the target right of your bed. This mission is going to introduce you to a choice that most players are not even going to be aware of their first playthrough. When you sub foot in the first room, Kieran is going to detect you instantly, and this is what sets off your machines to change the rooms. And when you finally work your way through, Genius is going to know you are this. He is going to have guards around him and he is going to be passing back. I am a big fan, but wrapping it up, Dishonored 2 falls under a genre. That is impressive theme. I mean, it is all scene and action adventure game, but impressive theme really encapsulates what this kind of game is about, and there is no true definition for this term, but that I have come to know it is after watching a few videos on the topic, is that the game tells the player what to do without telling them how to do it, and as I have shown you throughout the video with Dishonored 2, you are going to have a lot of freedom to do what you want. Games such as Hitman, Deus Ex, Prey, Bioshock, Metal Gear, Solid 5, they're all impressive themes as well, and just like Dishonored 2, they all really want the creativity of the player to use the tools and environment any ways as they see fit. For an example, in Hitman 2, my creativity usually involves trying to beat the levels only using the fish. That is pretty much it. I just think Dishonored 2 is a pretty good game. Definitely a